This feels super weird. Hello, world. I don't even know where to start. It feels so weird, and on the other hand, like the most natural thing in the world. I know that I said that I would not probably return and that I stopped doing videos forever, but here I am. I figured out it has been almost 2 years since I made a video, and I actually thought it was more, and a lot of things have happened in the meantime. For instance, I have become a doctor, so I defended my PhD 3 months ago, almost exactly. That was something weird. I have a full-time job now in the same place though. I don't know, like it has been an interesting 2 years, and every time that I kind of thought of what I like to do, I always came back to the idea of YouTube on some level, and it appeared in some conversations, and lately I have entered a period of my life where I felt, and I still continue feeling, kind of a bit lost, and I feel like I entered like a phase of the biggest personal transformation that I've ever been into, and it feels super weird. And I mean, I don't even know where to start and if anyone cares and whatever, but a couple of weeks ago I accidentally, like, I never even go to my channel anymore, and I accidentally put on one of my videos, the old ones, like one of the last ones, and I saw it and I was like, it was so cool to just see my own thoughts and kind of how I was back then, and what was on my mind and stuff, and I felt so inspired. And I talked to my best friend about it, and she said, like, Anna, you're burning, you have to do, like, you have to start over again, you have to do it. And I was like, nah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, here I am. I thought that making videos about things that interest me is one of the things that is maybe the only thing that I really ever did, like, for myself, not because it was cool, not because somebody else did it, not because whatever, not because your parents made you, or I don't know, not because it was of any sense or purpose or value or whatever, just because it really helped me at a really difficult period of my life, and also when I was going through like a lot of shit, and it was kind of my window to the world where I processed my own life, and where I shared my experiences in hopes that they would help someone. And it really helped, and I felt very inspired, and I felt incredibly happy doing it in a way. And the more I kind of dive deep into understanding more who I am, the more I understand that I process world. Excuse my English, I have to manage 4 languages in here lately, and it's not the easiest thing to do, so bear with me. So I process the world, and I process information by talking about it and by expressing. I also write a lot, and I realized that lately I just have like 4 or 5 people who are like ready to listen to me, and I just kind of throw everything that I think and everything that I know and everything that I find out about life on them. And I genuinely love this, several people, because they tolerate this and they kind of feel really enthusiastic about it, at least it seems so. But I kind of feel like it's such a cool way to remember your own journey and to look back. And I mean, I wish that 2 years later, or I don't know, 10 years later, I will go back and I will look at myself and I will be like, this is what you were going through this time. And so yeah, when I started with YouTube, I did it because I had all this information about mental health and stuff that was kind of on my mind back then, and I felt like I have too much information and I have to get it out there in the world, because like it was like it just felt like too much for just me, and nobody else cared somehow, because it was not the process of anybody that I knew at the time. And then I started like just making videos about that, because that's what I cared about at the moment. And people started like subscribing, and they started telling me that it really helps them, and I'm really happy that it continues helping some of the people, although it's kind of not my process anymore. I'm not there anymore, and it's not something that interests me anymore, to be honest. And I really feel very weird looking at one of my earlier videos, the ones actually that are like the most watched and the most popular, and the ones that I get the most comments on. And I'm such a completely different person now, and this doesn't represent me in any way, shape or form. I disagree with a lot of things that I say in these videos, but I mean, if they seem to be of value for some people, then so be it. I mean, what can I do about it? So I mean, I went through a phase of like removing everything from the channel, and then people started telling me like, I know, put it back, and then I put it back. Well, I don't know, like this video feels like justifying the fact that I want to start making videos again, which I don't know, because now I have a full-time job, and I cannot promise that it will be anything consistent or whatever. I really just kind of want to share some things that I learned in these 2 years, and like share my experiences and share my discoveries. And the things that interest me are basically like understanding of how the world works, or understanding about how our emotions work. Basically, I just want to talk about this stuff with someone, even if it's just talking with myself, and even if the only person who will ever watch this is my best friend. I don't really care, because this is something that inspires me and makes me happy, and this is the only thing that matters. And I don't know, I hesitated for like 2 weeks, and the thing, like, why I stopped doing videos in the first place is that people started coming in. As I said, the most popular videos about like on my channel are about some like severe mental health issues, which is not like my gig anymore, because I don't struggle with any of this anymore. And like honestly, it's just something that like stopped inspiring me. And I kind of felt like the videos where I talked about something that really interested me at the time were like the least watched, and people didn't really care about it. And I stopped because I was like, well, I mean, nobody cares, and so I should probably stop. And people wanted me to continue doing videos about like mental health and borderline and depression and stuff like that, and that was not like, I don't want to be in this like informational pool anymore, because this is something that is very much in the past for me, and like I want to move forward and not look back at what once was a problem for me. So yeah, I let some superficial things like number of views and the demands of other people, which of course are always valid, but I mean, in the end, when you do something, you do it mostly for yourself. In doing something in order to help somebody or anybody, and making this your primary goal is like setting yourself up for failure, because you also put a lot of pressure on the people that you are trying to help. And I think that the right way of dealing with it is just doing the thing that makes you happy, and like following your bliss, in the sense of just do the thing that inspires you, and doing the thing that kind of interests you in the moment, and then putting it out there. And doesn't matter if nobody watches it, because the only thing that matters is that it makes you happy. And it used to make me happy, and that's something that I continued thinking about. And yeah, I don't know, I have a lot of thoughts about what I wanted to like share and discuss and whatever. And this video has absolutely no like red line. I didn't think it through. I just sat down in front of the camera and started blabbing, and I hope that it's at least a little bit intelligible. Yeah, so basically, bottom line, YouTube is something that used to make me happy. I'm now in a process of transformation and self-discovery, and I want to figure myself out, and I think that talking to a bunch of strangers about it might help. I also feel like it would be very fun for me in the future to like look back and see how this process was for me, and just some things that you want to, like, I don't know, you want to put it out there because it's your journey. But I don't, the thing is that when I used to do videos, it was more kind of like in a very preachy way, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like looking at them so much. It's like, well, this is what I think, and this is like the only way. Well, I mean, I tried to never put it like this, but it was kind of like, you should do this, you should do this is what is right, this is what is wrong. And now I'm kind of always questioning everything, and I think that stuff that I believe in right now might change in a couple of years completely, or like develop in some direction that is not visible for me in the moment, because I have no idea how things are gonna be in 2 years, and even in half a year, even in a couple of months, because things change and lives change and people change and stuff like that. So I don't know, I just want to kind of be as honest and vulnerable and sincere as possible, and yeah, whatever happens happens. I think I don't know, it genuinely makes me happy, and I hope that it will bring me what I'm looking for, or at least help me figure myself out, because this is the primary reason that I want to take it up again and start doing it again. I'm happy to be back. I wonder if anyone is gonna see this, because I have no idea how the algorithms are right now, but actually as I said, I really don't care that much, because I just want to talk about stuff like vulnerability and inspiration and emotions and purpose and whatever. Like, I have so many ideas, honestly, but I have no idea like how often I am gonna be able to do this, and I'm starting to repeat myself. So I will just cut it here, and yeah.